Hello everyone, welcome back to the day 6, second part of our series Inventing Stuff with Ardunio Uno in Tinker CAD by Sanyog Arora. So in today's part, we are going to do some new things. So as I told you that we will learn about the ultrasonic distance sensor. So we are going to learn about that today in this part. So let's begin. So now I will open my Tinker CAD. This is the dashboard. I will go to circuits and I will click on create new circuit. Okay, so here first let's take some knowledge about the ultrasonic sensor. So here you can type HCSR04. It's not coming, I don't know why. Okay, no problem. I will go here and I will take this. So you might see that there are two ultrasonic sensors here, but we will learn this one because this HCSR04, because this is more precisely used nowadays. Okay, and it's of 4 pin C, you can see, and this is of 3 pin. So this 3 pin you can just delete it and take out this one. So first of all, the name of this is HCSR04. So you can see here. So this is the name of this ultrasonic distance sensor. So now here are three basic parts. So this is the ground and this is the power. So this we all are familiar. But you can see these two, trig and echo. So what happens in this ultrasonic sensor is that like suppose this is the trig. From here, when the radiations, the sound waves are given, and if they suppose they just uh, they come across with the object and they hit that, so then they change their direction and move towards the receiver. So echo is the receiver here, and trig is this trig is from where the sound waves are being sent. Okay, so here are three basic parts in the working of ultrasonic distance sensor. One is the trig, second is the object, and third is the receiver. So these three parts are of the ultrasonic distance sensor. And you might have seen sonars. They also use the ultrasonic sound waves for communication and all. Okay, and you might also have seen radars. Their working and the mode from which they used to work is different, but the output is almost same. So that's why I gave you the example of radars as well. Okay, so now first we will be starting by attaching it with the Arduino only, because this is a sensor and we need to take the values of this. So let's take this Arduino, and now I will make this upwards, take this upwards. Okay, and now I will uh, attach it, and let's code for this. Okay, so first this power pin I will connect with the 5 volts. So from here I will take the power and I will connect it to the 5 volts. Okay, like this I will connect it, and I will make the color red. And this ground pin, it will be connected to the ground only, like this, and the color will be black. And now this trig and echo we will connect with the digital pins. Pin number 2 this will be, and this I will connect with the pin number 3. Okay, so this is a circuit for the ultrasonic distance sensor. Now let's come to the coding part. Okay, so for this, first we will define it, the trig. So trig is equals to, so it's connected with pin number 2. So I will write 2, then I will write echo, and it is connected to pin number 3. So I will write 3. So now here the trig is the giver, it gives the sound wave, so this will be output, and echo receives it, so it will be the input. Okay, so we will do that in the void setup. Okay, so now let's start with the void setup. So in the void setup, I will give the pin mode. So trig will be in output, and the echo will be input. The echo is the receiver, and for receiving it takes an input, so that's why we are giving it as input. Okay, and we also don't need any special library for this. So now we will come to the last part of our code, that is the void loop. Okay, so in this void loop, first, you know what this do is. So now let's think about some examples where this sensor can be used. So let's say we can make a gadget that, like, when we connect it to the cars, in front of cars, and there is any obstacle. So this is the distance sensor. So it can detect the distance. Obviously, it can. So we can just calculate the distance, and when the distance is very near, then let's say we connect a buzzer or any LED, so we can make it red, the LED, and we can make the buzzer to make sound. So it indicates that the driver should apply brakes. Okay, so that we can do. And when we make new house, when we build new houses, then there are many things, like we want to measure the distance, so that for that we use inch tapes and many instruments. So we can make a device, so that detects the distance and prints it, so that the work of the builders can be easy. Okay, so for that we need to code, and for just detecting the distance, first what I need to do, digital write, I will do trig high. So now why did trig high? Because trig is the sender. It will send the ultrasonic sound waves when it is high. The distance and the time and the distance between them will be calculated by the ultrasonic distance sensor. Okay, and now what we need to do, now we have learnt about this delay. So now we will learn about a new command, that is delay microseconds. Now we will give it 10 microseconds. Now you would be wondering that then that this would be this seems to be that it's just continuous only. So what the use of giving this delay? So if the work will be done by the ultrasonic sensor, the receiving and sending would be very fast. So in between that time, it would not be able to calculate the distance. So this delay we are giving, so that in this 10 microseconds, it can just detect the distance between the two objects, the receiver and the object. So it can detect the distance between them. So now we will make two more variables, the local variables. So we will make int int distance and int duration. So distance and duration, the duration is time, and distance is the distance, the area covered between that two objects, and the okay. And before that, we need to do the digital write take low also, because if it would be high, then the distance would be wrong, as it would again and again calculate the distance. So first we will write duration equals to, now there is a special command, pulse in. So if you write pulse in, so it will just calculate the distance itself. Sorry, not the distance, the duration. Okay, so we need to now here we need to make the echo as high. Okay, like this. Now we will write int distance, then is equals to, now in the distance part, Now we need to know the distance of air as it uses sound waves. So sound waves are carried by the air. So the distance of air is 3 4. The distance of sound in air is 343 meters per second. Okay. So this is the distance of sound. This is the traveling speed of sound in air. But here, what we will do is we cannot write here 343. Why? Because we are using microseconds. So when we divide the seconds, when we convert second into microsecond, then 343. So it becomes 0.034. So this is the speed of air in microseconds per meter in the air, the speed of sound. So now we will multiply this by the duration. Okay, to distance to measure the correct distance, because the distance we only need to measure that is being covered in the duration part. In this duration, how much time it is taking, how much in this time, how much area it is covering, that only we need to find. So that's why we are multiplying it by duration. Now we will divide it by 2. Okay, and now comes our last part. Now we need to know the distance. So in the last part, I will just write serial dot begin 9600, and in the last line, I will just write serial dot print ln distance. Okay, because we need to know the distance between the two objects. So basically this is that device only that I told you. We can make that one, the measuring of two walls, the distance measuring between two walls, that one. So let's try learning this. Now I would be thinking that we are having echo inside this ultrasonic distance sensor, but where is our object and the trip? So see, when you click on the ultrasonic distance sensor, this is the object. See, so now when we do see, it's 271, and there is a little bit of difference because it's there in Tinker CAD. I don't know why. Maybe there are some glitches, but see, it's printing it. Okay. So here you can see this is the device. So I hope that you have understood the topic ultrasonic distance sensor. And this was all for the day 6. Now we will meet again